We're getting a better idea of what FBI agents found when they raided a home in Carrollton.
That raid put Paul Longoria behind bars. The 32-year-old faces charges related to making and having explosive materials. 13 News Now reporter Niko Clemmons details what agents uncovered.
Pipe, wires, triggers, and several chemicals. That's what investigators say they found inside Paul Longoria's Isle of Wight home Tuesday. Items used to make bombs. New court documents also reveal Longoria's family admitted to investigators they bought 19 pounds of gunpowder for reloading ammunition, but never used any for that purpose. Today's bond hearing for Longoria moved to next Monday. Commonwealth's attorney Georgette Phillips says the defense attorney needs time to review the case file.
I received my case file earlier today and need to be able to copy what Mr. Plott is allowed to have.
During interviews with federal agents, Longoria admitted he routinely used different chemicals and batteries for several purposes, including art and business ventures.
For the items that were discovered, it was appropriate to charge under the state system.
Longoria's arrest started with an investigation into threats made over the internet from inside his home.
In any case, there could be federal charges, state charges.
Phillips did not say what those threats were, but she says that information is going to be available Monday once provided in court. In Isle of Wight County, Niko Clemmons, 13 News Now.